Hi everybody, it's Kelly, also known on Twitter as Kellyann1977, and today is Monday, March 16th, and I'm doing a vlog. My husband is out, maybe he'll be out in another hour, but I had to clean the house first. So I had to vacuum, sanitize everything, I did the doorknobs, I did light switches, cleaned the bathroom really well. And then I ended up vacuuming twice to try to get all the sand from the winter. Always nice. So I don't think I really have to wash the floor yet. So an update with what's going on with my husband's college. I'm pretty sure I put in Friday's vlog, not sure. Today is Monday, but I have not posted. I did post Friday's vlog, that's right. I posted like 4 days ago. Well, 3 days ago. I posted it the day I recorded it. How's that? Alright. So, going on 4 days now. And at first he got an email saying that the college was closed and that if you lived on campus, you had 3 days to evacuate. Now they're saying that the people who have paid tuition to live on campus, because a lot of people who are at the old Green Mountain College, they are overseas and they can't travel. And you can't tell people to live on the street for 6 weeks. So what they're doing is they canceled classes on Friday. So there were no classes on Friday. They're giving the teachers who don't do online and only do in-class classes a week to learn how to use what's called Moodle, where you will teach your class. So for my husband's programming class, they have to use a Mac computer, and nobody has a Mac computer. So I'm not sure how he's going to teach them how to do the work because they don't have the right computer. And the same thing with people who are taking any kind of environmental class. You do have to take a few labs. Some people have to take 4 or 6. Some people just have to take a couple introductions. You can't do those online. It's not allowed to do certain labs online with a visual lab. You have to hands-on do it. So I don't know what's going to happen with those students. But as of right now, they're saying classes are canceled until April 15th. But April 15th starts their week vacation. And if you include the weekend, then they have 9 days off. So they're actually not starting on April 15th. And the classes are over with the 18th of May. Let's see. All right, my husband's last class is May 14th, but he restarts May 20th for the summer classes. So I'm not sure how they're going to be able to do this and pull it off. And I don't know how it's going to work. I know New York has 2 weeks off, and that's where my son lives at. He's 16, and I know that there's a lot of cases out there, people who are ill and people who have passed away. So I'm not sure what 2 weeks is going to do. Oh, not New York, I'm sorry, it's Rhode Island. I have friends from high school who we were talking about it, and they have 2 weeks off. And I said, well, we got about 6 weeks off here. And then talking to my son's great-grandmother, she said that they may go back at the end of April. But if more cases and more outbreaks happen, then they may not have school for the rest of the year. How does that work? Are you going to just tell everybody they pass? And then some kind of teaching that the past 2 weeks the teachers have been learning about. How do you teach children who may not have internet? You know, my son has internet, but he doesn't have a computer. If the school systems are closed, wouldn't you think all the libraries would be closed? I mean, none of this makes any sense. There's a woman I watch called Kicking Geese. I'm not sure where she lives at, but I know it's a warmer area than me. It's closer by Florida. She said they're closing the supermarkets down. They're totally closing them down. They're getting rid of all the fresh foods. They're going to sanitize, and then they're going to reopen them in about a week, maybe two. But they're not going to sell any fresh foods. So they're not going to sell bread. Bread's like a necessity, I think. But I just think everybody's taking this over the top. It's not a stomach virus. It's a lung virus. And from my understanding and from what I have read, if you are 100% healthy, you have no problems with your lungs, you're going to feel like maybe you have pneumonia or the flu. You may need to get hospitalized and get some oxygen and get some fluids. For the serious cases, people with breathing problems or asthma or bronchitis or lung disease or cancer of the lungs, you're going to need to be hospitalized. In the ICU, absolutely. No visitors or anything. I understand it's it's an epidemic, it's a new virus. I think they're taking it way over the top. Personally, this is the way I feel. My cousin, who just left Boston Airport yesterday, is going to California. I mean, if you don't want it to spread, she's in Rhode Island where there's cases. You're going to let her go to California? That's why I'm saying I don't think they're just being ridiculous with it. And I don't think they're wording what they're putting on the news properly. And if you go on the news every single day and you keep talking about it, you're going to make people think it's worse than what it is. And I think it's ridiculous that some guy went to Amazon.com and ordered over 17,000 bottles of sanitizer. He also had wipes that you use to, sanitize your home. He was going to try to sell it. He took a picture and he put it on Facebook with his email and asked people if they wanted to buy it, and he was going to sell it for like $8 a bottle. And Amazon found out and wrote him on Facebook where everybody could see. And it just says Amazon.com. And they told him that it's against law to resell these because the bottles do say not for resale. And if they find out, they'll sue him. So, yeah, there you go. Gotta make a quick buck. And I watched this guy, Muda. And he is Indian, but he lives out here. And he knows a little bit about viruses. He went to school for it out here, college. And there's a new virus called the virus that's going around. And it steals all your information. Everything, not just yours. It steals everybody's information. Friend list on Facebook, all social medias. It can steal your credit card information. It can, as it's stealing their information, it can hack onto them if it's an open source internet, like maybe your cell phone. And it can steal their information as well. It's a really nasty virus. And as it's stealing information, it's corrupting files. So you're never going to be able to know who's behind it. There's no tracking with this kind of virus. And eventually, once it takes enough, it will corrupt every single file on your computer where you won't be able to use it. So that is a new virus going around. Always nice. Always nice. They have enough time to do this and name it after a new disease that comes from China. And my husband was telling me that he saw that China is trying to say that Americans came over, we implanted this disease into one of their water animals because it came from the water market, which means these are animals that need water to survive. Some of these animals do have fur, and that's all our fault, and we're trying to bring them down. Why would we go to China to give you a virus and bring it back to America? Yeah, that totally, I can see how we're going to do that. Why not? Just wipe out half the population so we can bring China down. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Just like with the swine flu. That was ridiculous too. So, that's what they think, I guess. So just a little vlog, I guess a little rant here or there, you know, about some stuff. I don't see any sales going down. So tons of people, they're still buying games on Steam, so they're not too concerned. I do know that there's a problem buying toilet paper in some areas. The sanitizer and bread was another major thing that people were having a hard time finding. So just keep that in mind. If you can make your own bread, get enough ingredients to do it, I guess. I don't know. So that's that. And I want to talk about a book that I got. And it's $15.18. And I can't remember his name, Green something. But he's a YouTuber, and I've been watching him for about a year. And he tells us about scams. And this is where I got interested in finding out about the Social Security scams and the IRS. He's also talked about the car insurance scam, where people are calling saying, oh, your warranty is going to expire soon, but if you call us back, we can give you a great deal to extend it. Yeah, my car's used. We had insurance for like 9 months that it came with. We never bought any. And this was 6 years ago, and they still call us. So that's another scam going around, if people didn't know. So this woman from South Africa reached out to him because she saw a video where it was a year ago when he posted it, but it would have been actually 2 years ago when he did this. And this took a year to record and edit, and then he finally put it out when it was done. Where a man from Nigeria, who was a librarian, and he only makes $500 a year salary doing this, and there was no other jobs, and he had a camera. He wasn't the greatest picture taker, but he asked this guy if he could take some pictures and he could use them for his thumbnail, and could he pay him like $20. So he took a couple, sent them, but the camera that he was using wasn't great. So this man took his camera that was digital and mailed it to him. Very nice of him. And this guy took 24 pictures, and he had to send them back to this man in America. And he did that. And 12 of these pictures were usable. So he paid him $80 for the pictures. He didn't use all the pictures, so he didn't get any more money. 6 months later, the same gentleman contacted him and said, I need 8 pictures taken. This is the pictures I need taken from where you live. I need them for videos. And he paid him $10 per picture for another 80. This man was very happy because this man was in the video, and he did an interview, showed who he was, showed where he lived, and how hard it is where he lives at. He started to get commissions. People wanted him to take pictures for thumbnails. And now he has a website where he makes money doing this. And he's still a librarian, and he's doing a lot better. Well, that's the video this young woman saw. So this woman's 33 years old now. She had to drop out of school because when she was a child, she was in a really tragic accident. And she had a really horrific scar going on the right side of her body from her hip all the way up to her bosoms. And the scar tissue is growing into her organs now. So she needs an operation. The operation they can't do in South Africa. So she found a doctor that will do it out here. But it's going to cost $40,000. Yeah, a lot of money. So she reached out to this gentleman, and she can draw. He was thinking about doing a GoFundMe page, but you're not going to get $40,000 doing that. So instead, for the past year, he's been working with her. He gave her $800 to buy a sketch pad that's electronic with special pen. And she took a picture of the receipt when she bought it. There's only one store that sells it where she's at, and it was $800. And she took a picture of the receipt. She took a picture of having it. She kept going to the store and asking the guy to take pictures for her because free internet. And they have a problem with electric out there where every month, and it can be between 5 up to 14 days, they don't have any lights. They don't have no electric. And it has to do with the weather. She tried to explain it. So, you know, she was trying to prove to him that she was doing it. She practiced a lot. She had to learn how to draw with it, how to color it, everything in. And I have the book. The book has 15 drawings from her, and it has a story of 15 pages. She explains why she drew the pictures, and it tells her story. So I'm going to show you a few pages of it. It's hard to do it this way, sorry. I'm going to stand it up. I think that would be, maybe I can see better. So that's just a few pictures of it. I'll do another one where I actually find the bookstore again. I should have an email that will bring me there. And I got this book within 3 days. I did not pay any extra shipping and handling for it. It's fantastic quality. It's made with recyclable paper. So she is doing this. Sorry, my nose. So she's doing this to try to make money herself. And I think that's a good thing. And the man I told you about from Nigeria has a store now where he's taking pictures of like butterflies and pretty areas where he lives at, and he's putting them on shirts and coffee mugs. So he's selling that as well now. He put her book on his store to help her. So there are updates. Again, for this story, he worked with her for a year, and these two people are not scam honest. She even tried to pay back the $800, and he told her it was a gift. So I know there's a new disease, the bad things happening, people can't go to work, so they're gonna have a hard time paying their bills, and I have no clue how that legally works. But there's good people out there, and all you need is a little help. Keep that in mind. If somebody comes up to you and they ask for $1, maybe give them $1. 10, I would think about it. But anyways, that's just me. Have a great day. Happy Monday. If you watch this, I appreciate it. If there's something that you connected with, if you saw any of these 2 videos I mentioned, if you heard one of these stories that I mentioned from the videos, and you want to conversate about it, fantastic. In my next video, I will have the website on my computer, so you can see what it is, what it looks like, that, her picture is on that website of her scar and of her. And a big thank you message in the back of her book to anybody who bought it. So, have a great day, guys. Bye. Peppy wants to say bye.